Iburu, Iboya, Ibucheche, everybody in Cyberland. I'm here to give you what I've been working on, which is a series of philosophies according to Ifa. Okay? But in order for us to understand what the philosophy is about and some of these sacred stories, okay, we need to understand what is Ifa. Okay, we use Ifa as the backbone and as the foundation of understanding our traditions through the eyes of Orula. Okay, and many people ask, why Orula? Orula is the divinity of wisdom, of knowledge, and the witness to faith. Okay, the witness to what mankind will walk, will destroy, will create. Doesn't matter. But he was the witness. He saw life be brought to what is known as today, us human beings, life. Okay? Ifa is what we call it. But Ifa is our foundation for anything and everything. Some of the more closer nature-based faiths like Palo, Ocha, okay? Espiritismo is even to a certain extent very pure and natural. Okay, they have a place. I can name just about any other probably world religions, okay, to include the Christianities, to include Muslim faith, to include Theoism, okay, Buddhism. A lot of the teachings within these faiths and a lot of what was created through even their sacred texts, okay, were things that were added on to what Ifaism was all about. And you're probably wondering, how can I say that? How can I be so sure? Okay, I will tell you, a faith's a faith. Okay, it's what you believe in at the end of the day. And my perspective is not the end-all, be-all perspective. I am one guy, one man, speaking the good word. Okay, speaking out of experience and knowledge and research and things that I've known. Being around my elders, my godfather, my yombon. Okay, I have some phenomenal god brothers with some great knowledge. Okay, that I'm able to reach back and take a nugget or two. Okay, that is the basis of our faith. Oral traditions and understanding the why, because that's what we have. We all want to know why. So, without further ado, let's talk about the philosophy of Ifa, part 1 of many. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this going, but as long as I know I can do my part to bring some knowledge back to you all, that is my key. So, part 1. Let's talk about the creation. Okay, the creation of the divinities, the creation of the universe. Okay, how that is depicted in our faith. Okay, for all those who are new to the faith, this is great education. Okay, great way for you to kind of understand what we believe in and what has helped us through many challenges and who knows how long. Okay, because there's no exact number of years that we can actually specify, and I refuse to. So, Olodumare, okay? Olodumare wants to create life, wants to create matter. Olodumare is God. Olodumare is the superior, okay? At no point in time do we only worship the Orishas. At no point in time do we only worship the divinities. No matter what, within our faith, we give thanks to God. And God is Olodumare. Okay? The divinities, the Orishas, are servants of God, sent in order to guide mankind, in order to guide us, the creations of God, in the direction where he feels is fit. So far, so good. So part 1. And I wrote a couple of notes down. Always give thanks to Olodumare, always. Because that is the key of our faith. Number one. Number two. The universe, before being created, and before Olodumare coming out and said, hey, I'm going to create matter, I'm going to create life, okay? There was something where there was nothing, okay? Counterintuitive, I know, I get it. But where he was going to create something from nothing, there was something. And that something was Eshu. There's a lot of misnomenclatures about who is Eshu, what is Eshu, okay? And it'll all tie in together probably later on in different segments of this philosophy of Ifa. But Eshu was in the nothing before there was something. And because he was there, Olodumare ensured that he would always be there. Almost kind of like, hey, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to make a home, but there's somebody already there. You can't just walk in and just take their home. Olodumare obviously could, but that's not who we are. That kind of gives you the depiction of people that we should be. So he said, I'm going to create something, but in that something, because it's your nothing, you will be an everything. Right? That's deep. That's Eshu. Eshu is in everything we do. And we always give Eshu thanks. Because no matter what, Eshu is there. And he's a divinity. And he is also one of the first divinities. So always give thanks to Eshu. Okay. Enough said there. Olodumare. Eshu. Okay. Olodumare begins to create the universe. The solar systems. Okay. But before he gets there, before he even gets there, all right, let's pause before he starts to wave his hand and starts to do great things, okay? There's this place, plane, for all intents and purposes, that we're going to call heaven, okay? There is where he creates, because he understands that he's going to need servants in order to dictate his will. You can't create matter, you can't create life, unless you have people who are going to manage it, right? No different than a company today in the world. You can't have a company without a CEO, without a CFO, without a COO, and then you work your way down, right? Olodumare, being all wise, said, okay, creates his children. For all intents and purposes, we're going to say 201 divinities, okay? Just for intents and purposes, okay? So 201 divinities are not created, to include Orula. Okay, to include Orula, Iku, okay, it doesn't matter, okay, so they're all there, in this place called heaven. Olodumare is there now, Eshu now has his place, all the divinities have their places, okay, now he says, I need to create life first, I need to create life in order to know how to create the home for that life. So, he tells one of his closest divinities, one of his closest servants, which many people forget, is death. And he shoots him out. He says, hey, bring me a substance which can be molded, in which I can breathe life into. So, Iku fetches clay, a clay. Okay, again, this is just an oral tradition, all right? Listen to the message, okay? Don't listen to the exact literal senses of the things that I'm saying. So Iku grabs this clay, all right? And now, Olodumare begins to mold the clay, right? Boom, 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 making. And now he's ready to breathe life into this clay to create mankind. Okay, again, all this is happening in heaven. Okay, all this is happening in heaven. Divinities, now the clay, everyone's up there. He tells all his divinities, I want you all to turn around, okay? Because I'm going to breathe life into this clay. And everyone listened. Everyone, okay? Except one, okay? Orunmila, okay? Being the type of Orisha that he is, he understood, the eagerness. He didn't really understand, but he just had an eagerness to learn. So when everybody turned around, you know what I mean, and everybody was told to close their eyes, he did one of these, kind Kind of that grade school, kindergarten type reaction. I just want to see anyway. And Olodumare, being as wise and all-knowing, noticed and said, hey, looked at him, freaked out Orula a little bit. Orula was like, oh no. Well, Olodumare signaled him, right, quietly. Within all great creations, within all creation and all great things, there will always be a witness. Olodumare ordered him to continue to look. And as he gave life to this clay, Olodumare has now became the witness to faith, the witness to the start of mankind, to human beings, which is why Orula is used in order to gauge the destiny of each human being. It is within those human beings that later on, in different philosophical segments that I'll create, where you will know that now the heads of all humans have to be somewhat governed. You have to have a guardian of some sort. And this is where the other divinities come into play. Because now we are children of those divinities. We are walking a path with a divinity in order to get to our destiny, which Olodumare is now privy to, which is why we receive our awofaka, our ikofa, to get our destiny, and then to receive who is our ori, who is our guardian, who's helping us through those paths. So that is part one. That is part one, okay? All right, been an educator for a long time, and in the sector that I'm in, I would tell you honestly right now that no matter what, attention spans are important. And I'm not trying to burn you out, and I'm not trying to get into too deep in the weeds, because I want to be able to draw questions, and I want to be able to draw and create answers. Or better yet, maybe someone brings something up that triggers something, and maybe I need to go to one of my elders and say, hey, great question from somebody. I would love to give them an answer back. That is my place. As a Bawalao, I want to educate. As a Bawalao, I want to help. There's a lot of philosophies out there, but I want to start from the beginning, and I want to progress. And as time goes on, who knows how many segments come up. But I want you all to ask me questions so that I can answer you back. And with that said, Iburu, Iboya, Ibucheche. I chat to you all. Have a great day.